Hey guys, it's Mike. It's Friday. Are you ready for the weekend? Awesome. Get some good beer, local beer. Go out to your local brewery, support them. And that means it's Friday. We got craft brew news today. And here are your latest stories. First one, Night Shift to open a $10 million brewery in Philadelphia and expand production in Everett, Massachusetts. The Everett, Massachusetts-based Night Shift Brewing announced plans Wednesday to open a $10 million, 130,000 square foot production brewery in Philadelphia. Speaking to Brewbound, Night Shift co-founder Michael Oxton said the company is committed to opening the new brewery before the end of 2020, so very aggressive. Got to get in there. The Philadelphia project is being financed through a combination of cash flow and bank debt, he added. Night Shift's three founders, Oxton, Rob Burns, and Michael O'Mara, collectively own about 80% of the business, with friends and family holding the remaining stake in the company. And then Oxton said, since our beginning, we haven't taken any more investors, and we have no plans to do so. Our runway is fiercely independent for 100-plus years, and we have no plans of raising outside capital and letting another firm sort of dictate our decisions. So they're independent, doing it internally, organically. Earlier this month, the Philadelphia Board of Zoning Adjustment approved Night Shift's permit to operate a tap room inside a former Anheuser-Busch wholesaler warehouse, according to Boston Globe, which is first reported the story Wednesday. In Philadelphia, Night Shift will lease the building, which is already equipped with refrigeration space, loading docks, and a potential taproom location. And the company plans to install a 100-barrel brew house in the space, which will immediately unlock 30,000 barrels in initial capacity. And over time, Night Shift could scale production of the facility to 200,000 barrels of capacity, although Oxton stressed that Night Shift remains committed to a philosophy of letting demand dictate growth. So they have a lot of capacity down there. That's a lot of beer, man. 200,000 barrels. In addition to opening the Philadelphia brewery, Night Shift is upgrading its Everett headquarters, replacing the 20-barrel brew house with a 60-barrel system. And the new brew house is expected to be in operation next month. So expanding quickly in Massachusetts. All that demand has Night Shift on pace for 50% volume growth by the end of 2019. And Oxton projects the company will produce more than 40,000 barrels, up from around 30,000 barrels in 2018. So there you go, Night Shift, killing it. I see them all over the place. I'm up in New Hampshire, and they're just all over New England. And looks like they're going down to Philly and expanding. Big plans for Night Shift. Go Night Shift. Second story. We got to get you guys on the podcast. If somebody knows them, connect us. Craft Brew Alliance, exploring all options in the wake of no offer from A and B. So Craft Brew Alliance CEO Andy Thomas had a rare off-cycle conference call with investors and an analyst today after his company's largest playmate, Anheuser-Busch InBev, declined its long-held option to purchase the Portland, Oregon headquartered craft beer maker. So they had a lot on stake here. They wanted to be sold to AB InBev. The call came 2 weeks after the August 23 deadline for AB, which already owns 31.3% of CBA. It's not a majority share. To make an offer of $24.50 a share, about $328 million, to purchase the remainder of the company, or pay a one-time fee of $20 million. And AB opted for the latter. They said, well, here, just take the $20 million. We don't want to buy you. Leaving questions about the world's largest beer manufacturer's future interest in the small beer company, known as brands as Kona Brewing, Widmer Brothers, and Red Hook, and others. And since that time, CBA stock Brew, B-R-E-W, has declined from $12.96 on August 22nd, the day before the deadline, to $9.28 end of the trading day. So it dropped like, I don't know, a third or quarter. at the end of the trading day. It has sparked speculation that CBA might look into sell to another suitor or divest its brands, including the fast-growing Kona. Kona's killing it. Another narrative emerged saying CBA and or Kona were too entangled with AB to ever be unlinked. So they don't have control, but they do have control, AB and InBev. Interesting. Thomas stressed that CBA's management team is being exhaustive in making sure all options are considered before choosing the correct path forward. The company's leadership team has begun working with independent board members, bankers, and external advisors to explore alternatives, strategic and otherwise. And the conversations with AB have continued as CBA tries to understand what a future relationship looks like, he said. We wouldn't be in discussions that we are right now if we thought status quo was an acceptable outcome, he added. It is not, so he's very clear. The biggest CBA block is the Kona brand, which is pushing 500,000 barrels. That's a crazy amount of beer just for Kona, and growing high single to low double digits. Thomas said, wow. They said they're not happy. CEO's not happy that AB InBev didn't buy them. But he got $20 million, so that's pretty good, man. I don't know. If you don't want that, I know what I can do with $20 million. But this is what you do. You go down the path with somebody and you think they're ready to go. We have our eyes on the prize. You're going to purchase us in the end. And then they say no. You're like, okay, well, what do we do now? And then that's what the position that they're in. So we'll see what happens with that. Next story: Boston Beer Company is taking Truly hard cider, seltzer, on tap to bars and restaurants. Truly hard seltzer maker Boston Beer Company announced today the nationwide launch of Truly on Tap, a new product that the company is calling one of the first hard seltzers available in draft across the country. I haven't really seen hard seltzers on tap, so this is interesting. And I didn't know Boston Beer Company owned Truly. That's interesting. I hear a lot of, like millennials and stuff, they talk about Truly all the time, so very popular. I haven't had it myself, but I got to try it. Boston Beer CEO Dave Berwick told Brewbound via email that Truly on Tap is the pure offering renamed. He noted that Truly on Tap shares many of the attributes of a vodka soda, effervescent, clear, finished with a squeeze of fresh fruit, but with a lower ABV, so more sessionable. According to the sales sheet, Boston Beer appears to be positioning Truly on Tap as an alternative to light beer and spirits, attempting to capture happy hour and game day occasions during the upcoming football season. Citing off-premise sales data from market research firm IRI, the sales sheet notes that hard seltzer sales year-to-date have surpassed those of IPAs, the most popular craft beer style, through July 7th. So these seltzers are surpassing IPAs. Crazy. Additionally, the company calls out a Radius study, which found that 2/3 of the drinkers said that they would substitute drinking a beer at a bar with hard seltzer if it were available. If that wasn't a sobering stat for alcohol producers, Boston Beer cited a Harris poll that the company commissioned last October and found that 70% of 21 to 31-year-old consumers said they chose hard seltzer over alcoholic beverages at bars and restaurants. So this hard seltzer industry is crazy. Truly, along with White Claw, which is another crazy popular brand, I see everybody with a can of White Claw, already make up about 85% of the off-premise sales of hard seltzer offerings, according to the market research Nielsen. The firm also projects the hard seltzer industry to generate $1 billion, would it be, by the end of 2019. That's a lot of cash from hard seltzers, so they're onto something big. I see them over and over, all over the place. Hard seltzers, everybody's getting into it. It's affecting, it's like it surpassed IPAs. Crazy. Last story. Dogfish Head nears national distribution and adds 45th straight to state, which is Mississippi. Dogfish Head Brewery is just 5 states away from completing a national distribution. The Milton, Delaware-based craft brewery, which merged with Boston Beer Company earlier this year, announced midday the addition of the 45th state, Mississippi, via Capital City Beverages. Sales of Dogfish Head products such as 60-minute IPA, Slightly Mighty IPA, Sea Quench Ale, and 90-minute IPA, as well as seasonal offerings, will begin in the state starting early September. Last year, Dogfish Head ranked as the 13th largest domestic craft brewery, with production of 275,000 barrels of beer, according to the National Trade Group Brewer Association. That's a lot of beer. The company's on pace to grow to around 300,000 by the end of this year, with net sales of $120 million. So go Dogfish Head. The $300 million merger of Dogfish Head and Boston Beer, which makes the Samuel Adams Truly Hard Seltzer, Twisted Tea, Angry Orchard cider brands, was completed in July. And following the transaction, Boston Beer founder Jim Koch said that the two brands would work to align into a single wholesaler network. Koch said, Brewbound in July, we think monogamy works a lot better in wholesale relationships than polygamy. So that's why they got together, and this is one of the reasons is to just channel that distribution, get both of their products through the similar vendor distributors. Makes sense. Two great guys, two great companies. Why not? So that's your news for today. And I just want to remind you, we have a craft beer weekend coming up on October 25th at the Victoria Inn in Hampton, New Hampshire. Really nice inn. We got food and beer pairings for you. We got a bus picking you up, taking you to different breweries in the area. It's going to be awesome. We got food for you. We got meals, kegs and eggs on Sunday. All good stuff at the Victoria Inn. You can check out the link on our website. It's www.craftbeerstorm.com. Website is up. And check it out. If you have any comments for me, send me an email. Go onto the website. And watch out for more craft beer events that we're going to have weekends, both here in New England, Maine, New Hampshire. We're working on Massachusetts. Also in New York, I have a couple hotels which have agreed. We're getting that information together. So in the New York metro area, we're coming your way. And we're going to get you food and beer, and it's all going to be okay. Coming your way, it'll be okay. So that's what I have for you today. If you like what we're doing, go on to iTunes and give us a rating, give us a review, subscribe. You get these things sent to you automatically. You don't have to worry about it. Give us a rating. 5 stars, please. That'd be awesome. That's the only way we get up in rankings and get our podcast out there to more people. It just spreads the word about craft beer and what's going on in the craft beer industry. We all love great people. And I got my media pass for GABF. I'm going to be out there. That's happening early October. So if you want to connect, let me know. Michael at craftbeerstorm.com. If you want to get on our podcast, if you're a brewer or somebody in the craft beer industry, 360, shoot me an email. Let's get you on. And we want to promote everybody. Help the whole industry because it's awesome. All right, that's what I have for you today. I hope you have a great weekend. Be safe, but drink that craft beer. Take a Uber, right? That means you can drink more craft beer. Uber's awesome. Okay, that's all I have for you today. I wish you a great rest of the day. Take care. We'll see you Monday.